Hi there, and welcome to my self-hypnosis guidance. This is going to be just a brief intro to the world of self-hypnosis. So, as you all know, you heard, the word hypnosis almost 1 zillion of time in the whole planet. You see it on TV, you see it on documentary, and you hear about the offices around and people who get hypnotized and people who get great result from it. And you wonder, is it the right thing for me? Should I try it? Should I even give it a chance? Can I afford it? That's the question too. And what kind of hypnotherapist should I go see? Um, because it's just like a doctor, each hypnotherapy is going to have a specialty that they want to perform. And even sometimes they don't have a specialty, they just have um, their own way of doing things. And so um, the world of hypnotherapy is very, very, very wide. And I only know one tiny little corner of it. So my section that I studied for was the PTSD and the traumas and the weight loss and cessation of smoking and uh, a few other things along the way. And then I just learned uh, from reading other articles and watching a few hypnosis watching a few classes from the greatest, and that's about it. I still have a lot to learn, and but I'm not just into hypnotherapy. I'm also into spirituality and um, into the universal laws of attractions and all the wonderful connection that can bring the positive energy back to you being. So, um, number one rule for self hypnosis, start with a little guide because you need to know a little bit before you're going to be successful at getting results. So you could be in a stage of your life where you're not feeling confident about anything. You don't know where to turn to. You don't even know how to read, and you don't even have a concentration. So this is why I'm here. This is why I'm here to motivate you to not watch this video and then just say I'm gonna just do it next week. Oh, that's a good idea. Maybe, possibly. Like 1 trillion of videos, and you watch and you just go, yeah, that was so great, but I don't have time for that. So when do you have time? When do you have time to take care of yourself? When do you have time to make a change? So that's um, that's why I'm going to push you and motivate you to say you're going to have to give it a time. You're going to have to give it a try. And so um, go and type hypnosis introduction or beginner hypnosis, self hypnosis, and download the first 3 books, and you can find. And talking about a 30-page little books, it just gives you a little bit of history and the basic principle of theta, beta, and theta, alpha, and in the regression stage, and how to induce hypnotherapy to your consciousness. So those are the basic terms, and those are other things, and you're gonna have to get familiar to it. So because in the next, let's say you're gonna give yourself 1 month into it. So in the next month, you're gonna have to get um, into your reading and get a little notebook and just do it seriously. If it matters to you, if your life matters, if you want to get better, if you want to be past your trauma, if you want to learn something new, then be serious about it. So um, after you read and you get yourself familiar to it, I will suggest that you spend 1 week finding out what was the easiest best resting place and you found for yourself without nicotine, alcohol, or any sorts of pills or medication. Natural healing, uh, tea, um, hot chocolates, maybe acupuncture, reflexology, a massage, a day at the spa, hot tub, any of these are just fine. Maybe sleeping, maybe you watch a movie, you had a great meal, just found one or two of those great time when they allow you to relax on your own and you weren't stressed, you didn't feel stress. Or it could just be a thought. It could just be when you had a great fun and you had a great laugh that day, or just that movie just brought you the best of mood, or maybe music. Music works a lot on a stressful mind. It works a lot on uh, problem with people with cognitive problem, such as me. Music accelerates my endorphin, and I usually get stimulated to the endorphin when I listen to great lyrics. So, if you like me, use the music. If you're not one of those people, and it needs a lot for you to get to the joyful feeling, to feel that great positive vibe in your body, then go and look for it, find it. You're gonna have a whole week to try to find it and make sure it's not just an instant gratitude feeling that goes away immediately because you were cheating and you weren't serious about it. So once you find that, and you underline it next to your hypnosis guide. Now make sure you have a little notebook, and because you're gonna have to write down every stage you enter and everything you've done each time you're going into your first stage of hypnotherapy. So let's say we're going through 5 stages. The first stage going to be the initial statement of acknowledging and deciding on where you want to go. So that's going to be your first stage. Your second stage is going to cross down over parts of the traumas and triggers and people and things that you think that might have contributed, but they in fact not, and just trying to resume to just one single trauma, one of the biggest one, and you just want to just focus on that. And so we can like write down the date, the time, and the people. It's really important to have the people who were there during that moment. If there's nobody, just write down what's around, everything down. Once we establish that, we're going to the first stage. First stage, that's when you relax it. That place you found that best relaxing time. That's when it comes into place. So you're going to be taking one of those, and you're gonna have to set it up uh, just before bed. You're gonna have to do that same exact thing. If it was playing tennis, then you're gonna have to redo the tennis a gesture, and just gonna have to get your mind into it. If it was playing video game, and just play video game before bed, just put you into that theta state, transitional stage, so you can get relaxed. And you're gonna take about 30 minutes. You're gonna have to find the best meditation vibe and transitional trance music. So go look for brain waves, for a deep relaxation hypnosis video, and just put that on. So once you get that settled, you can finally relax. So once you pass, we're on stage 3 now, we're going on stage 4. We have number 1, we have a knowledge. What was the problem? We have break it down to one single trauma, and we're going to stage it. Number 3, we have got a mind ready. We lay down and get ready to get into a self-hypnosis. Number 4, the most important phase in hypnosis, you're gonna have to you're gonna have to allow yourself to relax deeply, completely, and just don't let anything disturb you. And you're only gonna have to think about not about the exact trauma, and not about the pain that it brought you, not about the people who were there, or not about what you want to get rid of, and not about how things are going to get better, and not concentrating on the cure. You're only going to concentrate on the place, and time, the year and the place, and that's all you're going to do during this 30 minutes relaxation. So you're going to close your eyes, lay comfortably. Remember, you already put yourself into that stage of relaxation. So you get that music. Wait, I'm going to play out some music so you get the feel.
Our potential is way up here, and we are operating. People all over the planet are waking up.
It's coming. Okay. I should have put this right off beat. Make sure it's on. This is one of them, but you want to start gently on your brain since you're a beginner. You don't want to over activate uh, hypnosis response too quickly, because you might not be able to deactivate it. And you also don't have the informed consent and the knowledge of an expert, so you don't want to get yourself lost. So, get into that first stage, and that's going to be first stage of hypnosis. Just acknowledging it, get find a relaxation place in your mind, and this thing can get you there. Um, get ready to focus only on the trauma that you want to focus on. Only number one, break it down. Number four, you laying down, you're doing your first 30 minutes, and you're relaxing, and you concentrate on the time, place, year of the event. Okay. And then next time when I'm coming back, we're going to do 5, 6, 7, 8. And then I just get deeper and deeper. So if you go to your final stage and you've done your 30 minutes and you only concentrated on that time, place, you going to slowly wake up or allow yourself to fall asleep for the night. And when you wake up in the morning, you're gonna write down whatever you thinking, the first thing you're thinking in the morning, or whatever dream. If your dream reappear during the day and you wanna write down. And that's all you're gonna do. And you're also gonna write down how you felt, the sensation you felt, the emotion you felt while you were doing it. All right. I hope that helped, and we'll get back to 5, 6, 7, 8 on my next video.